welcome your New Orleans Saints.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys came up short their last time out, trying to get back in the win column here. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it.
Upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this out to the 29. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing to start the drive. Drake. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and sneak it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them.
They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Clemson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free. As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. At the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
1st down, San Antonio.
Looking to throw. Peyton. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42.
Operating from the gun. Peyton. Over the middle, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards
yards on third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Peyton. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Dragons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Vogel. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Vogel. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Drake. Open man there. That's Bellamy.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Go win him, go win him.
And he's going to try and do this himself.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Drake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Drake.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. I mean, look at this defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? And too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down. Drake. let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we are tied 7-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, I like how you said when we mentioned it. I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And the San Antonio first
When they
down.
came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Seven, our score after 1. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. As they got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Back to throw. Peyton throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Down onto the field comes New Orleans. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford's voice in my head. Lenny, you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Looking to throw. Drake. He's got a man. Complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He has such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you can runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Drake. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll go with a keeper. And he is going to have a Saints first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
At the 17-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Vogel. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Drake. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. It's a quarterback sneak. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Drake. He's got it. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Drake. Under pressure now. He's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down. 4th and goal. And his kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for him.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dragons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And 7 at the 29-yard line.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 7.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's another San Antonio first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. The Saints offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Drake. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw again. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That's good. A completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 37.
Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
27-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the 21-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And he's got this complete to Bellamy.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. Okay, Brandon, thank you. Week 12 is here. After this weekend, 2/3 of the regular season will be in the rearview mirror. Let's get into the highlights. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. And this is a touchdown. The Snowhawks are absolutely red hot. They've now won 7 in a row as they get the job done in this one. Up next, another intriguing matchup. And here's the running back for the visiting team. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Chargers are back to within a game of 500. They move to 5-6 with the win. One more to bring you up. Let's go to Arlington. The Cowboys taking on the Eagles. And here's the Cowboys wideout. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Cowboys run their mark to 8-3 as they come away with the victory. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here in quarter number 3.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run on first down. Anthony. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
At the 39-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Now for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive will total 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Drake throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Peyton. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
Incomplete. It's Third down.
On third down, here's Dobbins. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Oh, heck of a move. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Drake looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, Vogel. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Looking to throw. Drake. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 30.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Again to the fullback on the down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
31-yard line.
Back to throw. Peyton. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, San Antonio.
We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
12 more yards for them there. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Operating from the gun, Peyton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Hayden's pass.
Now second and 3.
Number 17. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
The Saints 18-yard line.
Left side here, and it's complete. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw. Peyton. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dragons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Saints 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Vogel. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Vogel. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
And the Saints, first down.
Off play action. Drake. That's caught left side by Belliman.
Drake's pass.
From the 44 now, here's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Back to throw. Drake. Well, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Drake's pass.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 5.
Brings up second and
operating from the gun. Drake. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 16.
Operating from the gun. Drake. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
At the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the
second and 6.
Second and 6.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I'm thought late game, down on the scoreboard. Had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 and the 19. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already as you check to see where he is ranked in rushing TDs coming into the weekend. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Peyton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down. A gain of 15.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
First down.
And he's got his man on the outroute. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Did march to the end zone the last time out.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Peyton. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Drake. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd and 2. And they'll They'll try and run the option to pick it up. Now Drake loses the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be bone dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now,
as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Back to throw. Drake. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second and 1 at their 48-yard line.
Gets it to Bellamy outright. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Complete to number 30.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for San Antonio, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.